Pat, how are you?
Hey, Mike. Good. How are you?
Doing well. Hello,
Good.
folks. Welcome to our first ever Game of the Week live. I'm pretty excited, Pat. This is actually your idea. I thought it's a wonderful idea.
I won't take credit yet until we see how it goes.
Yeah, okay. Well, the good thing is this live stream's only available for 16 people right now. So if it doesn't
Uh,
go well, then probably only
and I'm
me.
one of those 16, I think.
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
We actually just had earlier in our call had an even like a way to add to it. I think in the future would be really cool to do would be to have the opponent on too.
Yeah, kind of like a debate. You can mute me while Alfie's speaking, or have
Yeah,
both of us.
but yeah, logistically that gets more complicated. The biggest thing
Right.
is relying on people's Wi-Fi's. Three different Wi-Fi connections kind of messes with things sometimes, but
hmm
I should have the live chat up here on my phone just in case. So the game we're going to be watching is it's the losers bracket final, correct?
Yes, it's loser bracket final. Um, we have
For,
40 players playing in this three-game guaranteed double elimination format. First time we tried that. It was our biggest triple seven singles PRV tournament to date. This year is coming up in 2025. We got 52 players, so another 12 players on top of that, and we added another country as well. Malta is coming. Two players from
really?
Malta.
Is that
24.
the Ferrugas?
Yeah, David and Renee, and then we have 24 Americans coming. You're
Wow.
one of them, and then 26 Canadians with a couple Americans on the wait list. So yeah, very exciting.
52. So same thing, 3 game guarantee.
Three-game guaranteed. Uh, but we removed the precision shooting competition to save some time.
Mm-hmm.
And we're starting a little earlier on Friday with the two flights.
Were there two
Should be great.
flights?
52 players, three different countries participating, some of the best players across North America.
Were there two
Uh,
flights last year?
well, last year was just one bracket. It's still a one bracket too. It's just the top bracket's going to be starting at noon, and then the bottom bracket's going to be starting 5:30, 5 p.m.
Oh, okay, so you like split the bracket in half basically, but it
Exactly.
all comes
But it's
together.
still the same bracket. But yeah, it's just so that only the top bracket needs to come in earlier.
Hmm. So our 3 game guarantee is different than triple elimination. This is a conversation we had like a week ago. For those of you who aren't familiar, it's basically just you lose if you it's double elimination, but if you lose your first 2 games, then you're not out. You play against other teams who have lost their first 2 games.
Right. Exactly. Now, in a perfect bracket of 32 or 64 players, that'd be exactly it. Only the 0 and 2 players would play the third game. When we have a bracket of 52 and it has some buys, it gets a little confusing. We've taken it from premiumbracket.com, so it's not something we made up anyways. But you could be 1 and 2 and still have an extra game. But as soon as you pass those
Hmm.
2 rounds in the loser bracket, it's a normal double elimination bracket. Interesting. Last year, of the 16 players that made Sunday, so 16 players are going to make this Sunday as well. No one came from that um,
Yeah.
extra loss game. So it gives new players an extra opportunity, and you're still in the tournament because even though if you lose your first two, you can come back and win the tournament. It's not like you're playing a game for nothing. You're still in the tournament. You just no more mulligans. You got to win now.
Yeah,
So
that
there's a
would be
mulligan
something
for
if.
people to go into.
And you and Alfie played twice in the tournament, right?
Yeah, so
I
so
was.
lead up to this game. A lead up to this game would be with 4 winners left. Sunday afternoon, we faced off against each other, and he beat me 12-11. I had 5 game balls. I had 2 balls or 3 balls in my. Or if I made the point or hit the ball, I would have won. And then there was 2 other times he had last ball. If he misses, I win the game. And yeah, I didn't execute. He did execute, and he took me down 12-11. Went to the winter bracket finals against Jose. Played a great game against Jose. Had an early lead.
Yeah.
And he lost 12-8, I believe, to come to the loser bracket. I played Hunter after losing to Alfie. Hunter was playing amazing all tournament. I guess I caught him on his off game. Well, actually, he hit 4 out of 4 in one frame, but I ended up still scoring because my ball hung around, and I ended up beating him 12-0. And then I played Nick DeMichele, who had knocked out Anthony in 5th place. And me and Nick went head-to-head. 12-11, I beat him to set up this game. So now I was in the loser bracket final against Alfie. Alfie just lost Jose, and we're ready to start this game.
Great intro, Pat. I just realized my video is not cropped inside my frame there. Whoops. That's all right.
Oh.
All right. Well, let's start the game.
Okay.
I think at the beginning, if I remember correctly. Let's see.
Yeah, this is the first frame. I think after the long Jose and Alfie game, there was a little bit of a break in the booth, and we started the game because the tournament was running a little late.
Yeah, I think there's no audio for like the first 30 seconds.
Right. So this is the first frame. I played a decent ball. Alfie his ball was offline. I believe here he's going to.
So Alfie's Ciociaro.
Yeah, so he's
not
he's
triple
wearing
seven,
Ciociaro
right?
shirt there.
He's a Ciociaro.
He's a home player there.
So do you play against him a lot?
Yeah. So in the Ontario Bocce Association, we have 4 clubs that are represented. 777 and Ciociaro are 2 of them. We play at this venue. And then we also have Extreme Bocce Club and Rainbow Creek. So there's 4 clubs that are all in the same area in Vaughan there, in Woodbridge, Italian area. And we all represent our own clubs, not our own venues. So 3 clubs play out of this venue, Extreme, 777, and Ciociaro. And then Rainbow Creek plays out of the community center, which is only a couple of miles down the road.
I hear the audio coming in on the broadcast now.
We're on? Yeah. All right. All right.
Oh, this
Pat
is
and Alfie. First frame.
Yeah, so Alfie made a good point there, and I shot Polino down. I hit the Polino, so it was a valid shot, and then all the balls went down.
Pat's third ball.
You can hear the static on the mic. I'm sure we fix that in a minute. This was the day that I had lost my voice. I couldn't talk anymore.
Right.
So it was Milan and Frankie.
Yeah, you're sitting there in the booth. I think you're controlling the replays and that, and they're doing the talking. So anyone that hasn't played a Ciociaro before, the courts are super fast. They're PRV length, so 87 feet, 27 meters. But coming this way, which way we're going towards the booth there, it's downhill past the B line. So the last 4 meters of the court, 12 feet of the court is downhill. So
past
this blue line here that I'm just passing. So it's very hard to control speed. It's very hard to point on this back wall. So my game plan going into this game, I know Alfie is a good shooter, Polino shooter. I'm trying to keep the Polino in play up front and then off the back wall. But we'll see that throughout this game, the Polino ends up at the back quite often. So I'm short on both balls there, but they are in front. Alfie's going to try to make an extra point here.
I think he's going to tap Pat's ball.
So here, if he pushes that ball over 27.5 inches, 70 centimeters, then I have an advantage to burn that ball. But since he pushed my ball into the point, I'm going to allow it.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looked like he almost sold it. He did?
He did sell it. I wish
Measurement, Alfie.
Rocco here is going
Ball
to measure.
for point. Rocco will measure.
This is actually after playing bocce for 3 days is where I'm gonna basically hurt my back by just helping him measure.
This is where you did it?
Yeah, you're gonna see me grimace shortly after I get up here.
So the first measurement came up both 71, so you'll take it.
I remember that. I didn't realize you heard it measuring.
Well, Pat's ball's in. Alfie sold the point.
So yeah, I'm holding my back there. So pretty embarrassing, but yeah, I hurt my back measuring there.
Let's see if he can adjust and get
Looks
the
like
point
you're
back.
even laughing about it.
When I actually play with Jose, he's like, "Oh, you're not allowed to measure." So he runs down and measures all the time.
Yeah, he's asking if the balls are Bersaglio between his and Pat's. Looks like
So do you remember?
Alfie's a very
going for
deliberate player,
Bersaglio.
takes his time.
Yeah, what do you hope Alfie does here? Shoot something?
Well, yeah, it's my point now, so he's shooting. He's making the right call here. I'm just hoping he misses.
No, missed it. All right, 1-0 Pat.
He does. All right, so I got the lead. I'm going to. Alfie is known for his volo. We have a history of playing. Going into this game, actually, I've been on quite a run at Ciociaro Club. I think I was like, I'm going to say 42-2, going like in the last year and a half, playing tournaments and leagues at the Ciociaro Club, and those 2 losses were both to Alfie. So
Really?
yeah, so going into this game, I think we played 4 times, so we were like 2-2 over those 44 games. But he was the only guy that beat me to this point. Now, since then, this was over a year ago. More players have beat me, but going into this,
Great ball by Pat.
he was the only one that had my number a little bit.
One piece.
So really focused to be up front. So here I played a Plino deep in the raffle zone,
Alfie's
and I rolled a good ball right in front. You always want open or PRV, doesn't matter. You still want to, you want to be on the pro side. You want to be up front, a foot.
got it. Shot by Alfie. Doesn't make the point.
So he makes the hit there, but he doesn't hit it full. My ball stays in.
Are you playing? You're playing Lorenzino's, right? Best of the best.
I am. I'm playing Friday night.
Yeah. Playing Saturday night.
Yep. We have 6 players from Toronto coming.
So here comes
2 of them will be the first time there, Francesco and Angelo Marsili, who's actually, you see Decorust on my 777 shirt. He's a sponsor. He owns Decorust and our sponsor of our 777 club and the end of this tournament. He'll be making the trip. If there's might be one player slower than Alfie in the tournament, we're going to give that award to Angelo. So,
Alfie does have, the way, and he does the same thing when he's shooting or pointing. The way he lines up his ball,
right.
Right.
So you see here, his ball stopped. I've already played the ball.
that second ball.
His ball's pretty good, 1 foot on the outside, but it's not in front. So I'm going to try to beat that point. I just rolled a good one there. I'm a little long. I touched Polino again. I'm allowed to move it 27.5 inches, 70 centimeters. Rocco's going to measure. Everything's good.
Everything's good, Bersaglio.
So I accomplished 2 things there. I made the point, but I also made his ball that was only a foot now not that great anymore. So he's probably going to lean. It's Bersaglio, so he can hit either or. He's probably going to lean more towards the Polino. He has the ball in the back wall. My ball is not all the way at the back. He's going to take his time and line the shot up. When you're playing somebody that's a little slow and deliberate, you can't really let it get to you. You just gotta go with it, I guess.
Alright, shot by Alfie.
Do you ever use that as an element of strategy, like trying to slow the game down or speed it up?
Right beside his ball. Good shot by
Some
Alfie.
players used to get edgy. I would say Pino Rosati from Molizani, he plays super fast. He wants people to play fast, and I guess they can get to him if you play slow, but it's never a strategy that I use. So anyways, he made a great shot here, brought Polino just outside
One
Versailles,
piece, not
back
Versailles.
wall. So I'm asking if that ball is touching the back wall. Makes a difference when you shoot, if it's going to react differently, if it's touching or if there's some space. If there's some space, I can hit that ball pretty good and knock it out of there. I'm going to take a shot at it.
Hit it. Good hit by Pat.
All right, I make a great hit there. We got one ball each now.
Intentionally trying to avoid hitting Paulino, trying to hit the right side of the ball.
Yeah, well, it wasn't Versailles, so it's a called shot, so I can only hit that. I can only hit the ball on that one. Yeah, I was aiming at exactly what happened. Actually, aiming on that side to
Shoot his ball.
with enough force for it to come out. Alfie realizes it's tough to point on this back wall as well, so he's going to take a shot. First, he calls.
You guys are talking to yourself.
Yeah, it was good.
It's weird, right?
It is a little bit. but
Milan joins us here now.
Como se dice? I missed you.
Is
So
this
he
the
originally
same-
called the wall.
Yeah,
Sorry?
I'm just wondering if it's the same.
In Italian.
Nah, man.
Like on a lot of these synthetic courts, like in the back area there where people stand, it's just so hard to get the ball to stop.
Oh, man.
Right. Well, this play is not as bad.
Is that what he was going for?
Nope. He was going.
So the commentators think he was shooting the ball in the back wall, but he changed his mind and told the referee that's what he was shooting.
See that?
Makes a great shot. Puts the ball right behind the Polino.
Right, so that's a good shot then by Alfie.
You'll see that I'll ask a lot of questions. This is 90 feet down the court. I don't have great vision. I usually wear glasses, but when I play, I don't. So I can't really see everything, but so I'm trying to, so it's Versailles, so I can either or here, but I really don't want to move Polino. I'm going to try to lift this one a little more and try to hit that half of the ball.
I think he said Versailles, right?
Sounds like it.
Yeah. Got it. Good shot.
Pat.
Good shot by Pat. One.
Yeah, that was a pretty good shot I hit there. And it worked out. Scored another point.
Came back at a great time. Nice
It's
shot by Pat. Got Matt Leapa hanging over the court there. I got a
yeah,
bone to pick
one
with
point at a
Matt.
time
Yeah, what's the bone to pick with Matt?
So he
against
pulled out,
Alfie is a.
took out some Canadian
On
dollars
Ciociaro
that I
too,
got here.
because these courts are so
So I
fast,
wanted to
it
put it in
actually
there
it
once
slows the
stick
game
out.
down
And,
because the balls roll.
Matt goes,
It takes longer for the ball to stop. Yeah.
go ahead and try.
You can't.
And I ripped it. I fit
Yeah,
right in half.
that's
You ripped one of our $50 bills in half.
right down the middle.
No.
one of the more slow-paced
Let's
games
see it.
probably that you'll have to play.
No, you know what? The thing is,
Right. Yeah, Alfie going deep in the tournament caused the tournament to go a little longer because so the game before this, when I was playing Nick, the third place game, third and fourth, we started the same time as Jose and Alfie. So there's only 4 players left. Me and Nick scored 23 points. I beat him 12-11. We started the same time, looked over. Alfie had a 5-3 lead over Jose. So he actually had the lead in most of that game, but just to say they only scored 8 points, while we scored 23.
Yeah, that was a great game too. All right. I vaguely remember all these games. They all kind of blur together, you know. Sitting there broadcasting for 8 hours.
So I don't play great ball here. I'm short. I'm not really on the pro side, but I'll Alfie loses the ball low, pushes my ball up, changes the whole frame.
How well do you know all the lines on these courts?
I'm gonna say I know the lines. I can not play here for 5 years and walk in and know every single line.
Yeah, nothing. You ever roll a ball on these courts that surprises you, or not really anymore?
No, I can't say I do. Do I roll bad balls? Of course, I roll a bunch of bad balls, but there's no lines that.
This looks similar.
Yeah, he's losing it too. And the court actually goes the other way, but when you stand towards the wall, it's gonna go. It's gonna fall down. If you're standing straighter, it's gonna fall the other way. So it makes it harder for out of towners because it feels like it goes both ways, but it really depends on where you stand.
No foul. Didn't even bother checking, so let's see who's in.
So if he's got, I mean, Paulino's visible there from the right corner. If
Yeah, he's a little short here though. He is, he just plays point speed. He touches his. He makes two. Well, actually, or did he make it? Oh, he made it. Sorry. So I'm trying to use the rondino there to bring the ball down, and I'm just going to touch that ball. So if I just got by the ball, I would have hit it, but I didn't. So now it's his point still. We got 2 balls each.
I imagine he's going to try to do the same thing, and all he needs is a little nudge.
Just tap it. Yeah.
I don't think he got to the wall enough.
How'd you like your first time at Ciociaro Club?
I enjoyed it. I mean, I lost my voice for 2 days, but playing,
Right.
I played 4 games. I won 12-1 twice, and I lost 12-1 twice.
Oh wow!
So I lost to Jimmy and Anthony Terminesi, who they knew the courts much better than I did, and they knew PRV much better than I did. The D-line rules still, I don't know. I'm curious to see this time if I'm able to. I've changed a little bit the way that I shoot, and I'm more optimistic about being able to adjust to the D-line, but at the time I just couldn't. My Rafas were just not effective. But
Yeah, it seems like you get the ball out there. Since this tournament, you had quite the year. At least the ending of this past year, you guys have been on fire.
we've had
So
a
it'll
few
be
good ones.
exciting.
We lost
Yeah.
yesterday in the finals, 13-12. That was annoying, but yeah,
So how did that
Ciociaro.
format go? Two on one side and one on one side. How was that received?
Oh, that everybody loved it.
2-point ball.
That was I liked it a lot too. It adds another element, obviously, but like I like the strategy that it adds.
All right, I'm more of a traditionalist, but I can appreciate some people that can change.
I think you would like it.
I guess.
Maybe not.
Sophie's going to take a shot here. His last ball.
Yeah. As soon as it came out of his hand.
He misses it. Throws the rag. Classic Alfie. I'm going to take a different line now, so now the ball really falls. And the commentators think I got a bad line here, but I'm just going to be a little short. It looks like it's way out, but at this point, it's going to start curving in. It's going to wrap around there.
Did they say you got a bad line?
They said well, I think they said, Milan said, it can't come in from over there, but
I think it's just one.
it definitely could. So we're down, so it's 3 frames in, it's only 3-0.
Do you think PRV is has lower scoring frames, or do you think it's has something to do with the quality competition, or?
I think it's
That's
just going that way.
Two completely different questions there. Do you think PRV? Do you think there's a difference in? Do you think there's more big frames in open or in PRV?
I don't know. I think there could be bigger frames in PRV because your missed shots are coming out of the court. You miss a couple of shots, you only got 2 balls in play. You only got 2 balls in play against a good player, you could be in trouble. So you want to have as many balls in play as possible.
That's a pretty good ball.
Yeah, looks like
So here I want to be up front again. It's a good ball, it's just a little to outside, but this is going to be an interesting call. This is so it's I don't know, 10 inches maybe, that ball, and he has the option of shooting the ball or the Polino or going point. And obviously the ball is bigger, but he's going to choose Polino here. So that's telling me that that he wants to play on the back wall. He's not comfortable keeping the Polino in play, and he'd rather take the tougher shot with a higher reward than take an easier shot and play in the Rafa zone.
Why do you think that is?
I think his game strategy is to get the Polino to the back wall, and knows it's tough for me to point on the back wall, and that was his game strategy. Excellent shot. He hits Polino.
Tough for you personally, or just tough in general?
Tough for anybody to point on these back walls. So his strategy, I guess, if like you said, it'd be good to have him on the call, but he could shoot the ball here. He's not a backhand shooter, so if you're a backhand shooter, you definitely shoot the ball there. He decides to shoot Polino. He makes an excellent point. I ask how far it is. I think it's like 60 centimeters. This back wall is easier to make the point going this way than going the other way. I'm going to be a little short here.
I don't know why you didn't like it. It's gonna be pretty close. Probably not good, but
Do you think?
not a bad ball.
Well, do you think he feels like he has an advantage pointing on the back wall over you?
No, I just feel like he wants to get the Polino down there, just like now. So he got Polino down there. It's hard for me to point down there. I'm not going to take a shot at that ball in the corner. If it was open rules, you shoot in that corner there, take it out.
Mm-hmm.
So now I just played that ball. I got a good feel. I should have a better feel on the second one here.
What was that?
You see me? What's that?
What was that? What was that reaction?
That reaction was I was actually complaining to. So I'm also a tournament director here, and I was complaining to the guys on the side there, which was I think Rocco and Anthony and Francesco. I'm like, why aren't one of you guys refereeing this game? So we got Alfie, who's just slow, Rocco, who really helped us out throughout the tournament, but is not one of the quickest referees. And I'm like, one of you guys should be in here. And so I'm kind of being a tournament director and playing at the same time. So I'm kind of
while you're rolling your ball, still directing the tournament.
So I make a good point. Alfie's going to try to point on the back wall as well. He took the same line I took.
That's got to be a little discouraging. For I mean, I guess it took you 2 balls to make that good point, but now
But he can't see it, so it's hidden behind his ball. So he points.
Put himself in a tough spot, right?
Yeah, but what he's done is he's opened up the point ball, so now he can see it. He didn't make the point, but he's lying second and third. So now if he takes that ball out, I'm in trouble. I only got 1 ball left. I'm hoping he doesn't shoot. So I'm pacing a little bit. I'm getting a little impatient. We've been playing half hour. Scores 3-0. So yeah, he's calling point ball here.
Winner of this game will face Jose Bautista.
If he makes a shot, he could be line 3.
They will have to beat him twice, though. But Alfie played very well against him.
He did.
A couple of bad breaks, and that was the difference.
Put up 8, so. No,
Nope.
missed.
Oh.
Got it. Wow. Didn't
He hit it
look
on the
like-
wrong side, but it kicked out anyways. He's line 2.
Good shot. 2 points. Wow, what a shot by Alfie.
Beautiful.
So here, I got a tough decision to make now. If I roll here, it's hard to take. So both those points are tough to beat. I'm looking at what I can shoot. So I'll ask a question here.
What are you asking?
I'm asking which one's closer. If I roll, if I beat the first ball, do I have points? So is what I'm asking. Next, I'm going to ask if my ball in the back wall is touching. Because if my ball in the back wall is touching, what I'm going to try to do is push it towards the play. So if you're a backhanded shooter, you kind of only your idea is that you're always sticking. So you're just trying to see which way the ball you hit is going to go. When you're an overhand shooter or upper hand shooter, you're kind of playing what your ball is going to do, the one that's in your hand. So I'm going to try to hit this ball on the right side, hit the side wall, and come along the back wall to push that ball. So, and
Wow.
luckily that's exactly what I do. So I'm moving 2 balls there. So it's important to ask those questions if that ball passed or not. Since it didn't, that's the way I was going to come through there.
It's like a
Now I
push shot.
executed. Right, I executed the shot perfectly. So now you could say that there's luck. You don't know what's going to happen, and when you hit the balls to the back wall. But again, when you shoot overhand, this is why now when we play open, everyone shoots backhand, right? And that's the way to shoot. But if you watch the Italians play PRV, they're all shooting upper hand. Now they can't shoot backhand. Of course, they can shoot backhand, but it's easier to control what your ball is going to do. And it's the ball that's in your hand that you can control better. So here I was trying to hit that ball on the right side. My ball would go onto the side wall, run along the back wall, and push my other ball in.
That's an interesting way to frame it, that you can control what the ball that you throw is going to do better. Sopramano than Sotomano. It makes sense.
Right.
I would argue, I mean, not argue, but I would posit that the best players in open shoot both ways, right? Depending on what they want their ball to do.
Right. But it's a big disadvantage not to be able to shoot backhand and open. But in PRV, it isn't that much of a disadvantage because the Polino ends up on the back wall so often. So you want to protect the back wall.
I think the Paulino ends up in the back wall more often in PRV.
Seems to. Well, when you're playing against good players, they can shoot the Polino. So you got to. Alfie makes a great shot here. He does what he tried to do, but when he comes down here, he's shocked to find out where the Polino was when he shot. It wasn't where he thought. He thought he was shooting to move the Polino, but the ball he shot. So he's going, well, he's saying that right now. I didn't know the Polino was there. So again, it's important. He's a very deliberate player, but it's also very important to know when you're making decisions. So talking to the referee, finding out where things lie, like I did. If the ball passed behind, he should ask referee if the ball passed behind a Polino. He assumed it didn't. He executed his shot, but it didn't work because there was room behind the ball. But he did take 1 point away. So 4 frames in, I'm up 4-0. I'm only scoring 1 point at a time. I feel like I'm controlling the game, but I know I'm only got a 4-point lead here.
Yeah, is that there was a game yesterday that I played in we're a kind of similar thing. We were winning every frame, but it felt like we should have more points. Did you feel at this point like you should have more points, or you just happy that you were?
No, I think we've been fighting. I think I've been more accurate than he is so far, but he's fighting. He's staying in the frame. He made a few good shots that frame. He made the first frame. He made 2 great shots behind a Polino. I took them both out. Here he's played a good frame on the back wall, so he's playing well. He hasn't really pointed much in the playing zone though. Here again, my ball's close. He's shooting. I think it's Bersaglio. I can't remember. It looks like it's Bersaglio. So he misses on the wrong side. But again, since these back walls are since it's so hard to point on the back wall, he's going to continue to shoot, trying to get that Polino down there.
Got it that time.
Polino.
Very unfavorable.
So it's Polino. He goes to a spot that's, I'm going to use a golfing term here, a false green. So you can't get close to that wall there. That ball is going to fall off. So anything within 70 centimeters, or 3 feet, 2 to 3 feet on the side of that is going to be like a Bersaglio. It's going to be like a ball. It's going to be tough to beat. I'm trying to keep it off the wall because it's going to fall too much, but I didn't get it. I didn't get it there, and I lost it, and it's just a terrible ball. Now, as much as that looks awful, I probably missed the line by maybe 6-7 inches, and it would have held. And I would have been, because the speed was good, I would have been where I wanted to be, which is 70 centimeters away.
Just when you think you have them figured out, they'll surprise you.
You don't. Yeah.
Take it from Pat.
Somebody say something to you back there?
What just happened? How many balls has he rolled on these courts?
I think I don't know. I think I'm still complaining about the referee to John Kettle's behind there. Or I'm saying to him that I can't believe I'm only up 4-0 or something like that. So Alfie's inside of my ball. It still looks like there's tons of room, which there is, but again, it's a tough spot. Since Polino isn't on the back wall, I can't really shoot anything to bring my balls down. I'm not sure if he made it. He did make it. I'm trying to take a straighter line now. If you get it to the wall, the Rendina's just going to shoot it out. So and this line's pretty good, except I'm short.
How close is it to the wall there that you can get without it shooting out? About that close or closer?
You might get a few inches closer, I think.
So it's not just the Rondina, it's like just that.
Yeah, it's the court. Right.
These courts I found to be exceptionally tricky with the lines, and especially with the speed, just exacerbates all that.
Right. So I rolled 3 balls there, nothing within 3 feet, 4 feet of the Polino. So obviously terrible. I scored 1 point every frame, and now I have a chance to give up 2 here to Alfie. About that. So I'm down there. I know what's going to come next. The Polino's going to be in the volo zone, playing Alfie many times. He's a great volo shooter. That's my weakness of my game. He's going to be trying to shorten the court, and play the Polino in the volo zone. So I know that's coming, and we'll be ready for it.
Getting ready to shoot Paulino?
Well, not necessarily. So a lot of people play me in the volo zone, but then they don't put a good first ball. So kind of defeats the purpose. But let's see what Alfie does here. Yeah, so he plays me in the vole zone on the left side.
Frank. Getting pudgy.
Just kick this out.
No.
I know.
So he's pretty close to that wall there. His ball's gonna kick out for sure. I don't like the line he's taking too much. He moves off the wall now. It's gonna be hard to keep it on the pro side. He's gonna probably lose it low.
But Alfie should know this just as well as you do.
Alfie should know this, yes, but we'll see this. So he's losing it low, but the speed's pretty good. So I got an option here. I can shoot Polino. I can shoot Volo. It's only one piece, so I can't shoot Rafa. I have to shoot Volo, or I got to shoot Polino. Or I can go point. I feel if I shoot Polino at this distance, I'm going to say I'm 60%. If I shoot Volo, about the same, maybe. And if I go point, I want to play a ball point and see where I'm at, and then make a decision. If I can make this point, I take a completely different line. I cut the cord and I play cross grain, and the line holds it much better. I put the ball right on front, so I make the point. So I don't have to make that decision if I was going to shoot or not. Basically, if I shoot Polino with the first one and start missing, I have to continue shooting. I feel like I could wait to the second ball. If I'm at 60% to shoot the Polino, this is where I put the odds. When I do some of the math, I do the odds. If 60%, if you're going to hit 1 out of 2 and you're 60% shooter, you're going to hit it 84% of the time. To hit it 3 times, to take 3 shots at it, to hit it once out of 3 is like 92%, and to hit it 4 times, 1 out of 4 times is 97%. So I'm only gaining 5% to shoot 4 times. So I rather point the first one to see where I'm at, and then make a decision from there. If I'm a little short, I might try to top it. I might shoot Volo, or I might shoot Polino. If this ball was terrible, my first ball, then I'm going Polino. But I'm going Polino with all 3 balls.
Say it again. 5% over what?
To hit 1 out of 3, if you're a 60% shooter, is like 92%, if I'm correct with math. And if you're to hit 1 out of 4, you're 97% to hit 1 out of 4.
Oh,
So
I see
you're
what
only
you're
gaining
saying. So
5% more by shooting 4 right away.
right, I got you.
So if I decide to go point and I don't play a good one and decide to shoot Polino, I'm still 92% to hit 1 of the next 3. If I'm 60%.
The value in hitting that Paulino decreases with each attempt, right?
Right. Every shot is 60%. But
as far like hitting
before
Paulino,
I shoot, it's
hitting Paulino though with the 3rd or 4th ball, if you've already shot 2, if you have
right. Yeah,
2 balls that are removed from the court.
Right. So I went point. It's a spot that I liked. I felt like I had a good line there. I went point again. Unfortunately, I went Versailles again. He had missed already one, so I have 2 balls, and he has how many balls right now? He has. This is his last ball.
Yes.
Yeah, this is his last ball. So unfortunately, I went Versailles there. I didn't want to. I give him the Polino. My ball owned most of the back ball there. Like you can see, like my ball, like he only had like 1/4 of the back ball, and I had 75% of the back ball, but he was able to put the Polino in the corner. You'll see that when he hits the Polino, it actually hits the ball again on the wall, and it directs it, or else the Polino would have went to my side, and I probably would have scored 4. You point this out in the broadcast.
What? Oh. Yeah, if you look at the replay, hits the Polino, it bounces off the wall and hits it again.
So unfortunate, like you can see my 2 blacks on your side. He only has a small corner, and that's where the Polino went. But he has no more balls. I got 2 balls. I'm coming down to see the play. You're allowed to go see the play twice a game. In Italy, you'll see that they can just ask the ref and they can come down as many times as you want. But just for speed of the game, we've put a limit of twice. So he has 2 points there. I got Versailles with that black and white.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably going to shoot that. Well, I know I am going to shoot that.
You really
So,
have a great angle to shoot that from, though, right? With that
right.
ball in front.
So I'm going to try from this side because I want
This
to
is
push
also
everything.
sorry. This is also where the new primary foul rule on the backboard comes into play, right? Because you can't just roll and land on one of those balls.
Right. So you're forced to shoot, right? So I hit it pretty good. My ball ended up in that corner if the Plino stayed there, but it kicked out anyways. If it went over more, it would have been great. I'm lying one now with one more ball. This is a makeable point now to make two. Finally get a double score here.
I wasn't sure you had that angle from the left side. I thought that front ball might be blocking it.
Yeah, it was a tough shot. So far I made some pretty tough shots on the back ball so far.
Yeah,
And
well, you had to hit half a ball a couple times.
right. So I've been shooting above expectation, let's say, so far this game, and I haven't been really rewarded. I'm up 4-2. 5-2, I'm hoping to make this point 6-2. I'm obviously short. I just kicked the friggin' ball.
So yeah, the calculations that you were talking about earlier in the frame, are you like actively calculating that in your head when you're deciding what to do, or are you like kind of passively
Most of
avoiding
them
that?
not. Most of them not. It's kind of like in poker, like, your odds of flopping a set or making a flush. They're pretty standard. So you know some of your stuff already and then if you try to explain it to somebody, you might go into more details, but instinctively you already know it. You've already run the numbers before you play.
Gotcha.
So I'm playing the Plano same zone, going deep, left side, try to be in front. I put another good ball there.
So how confident are you in that estimation that you would be a 60% shot at the Paulino or Volo there?
That's my perception over time. Now, if the Plano is farther down the court, the odds of that go down. But in the Volo zone, pretty short, I feel like 6 out of 10, I would take that bet if I had to. I feel like I would probably do better hitting the Plano more than the Volo. Plus, the Plano has more value than hitting the Volo shot, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So here again, he hit it, brought Plino down to the back wall again. This is downhill, another tricky spot to make a point.
Yeah, this back ball thing has not been working out for him yet, though.
Right, because I made some good shots where maybe I'm like 65% on those shots, and I've been, I think, 100% so far. So he's losing out that I'm making all these tough shots on the back ball.
So do you think he's going back there figuring that the numbers will even out eventually, that you'll start missing?
I think so, but he has no shot there. He had no chance because the ball was Bersaglio, so he shot and
right.
The Plano went down. So here's an excellent ball. That's a very tough ball to beat. I'm assuming he would shoot here. Let's see what he does. If I remember right, he shoots.
His own ball?
Point ball, but it looks like he's going point. Which I'm ecstatic about because I know it's so hard to make this point. It's downhill. And with the new rule, like you said, you can't lean on Paulino and touch the back wall, so he has to make it.
How much is your back bothering you at this point?
It is bothering me. You can see I'm holding my back quite a bit. It's been a long 3 days here. I really want to get this. I really want to get to the finals and play Jose. Feel like this tournament here, I think we had it 6 times, and Jose's won every time. So finishing second is like
winning.
That's like the win. Who's going to be the second place finisher? I had 2 of them before this, and I think Jason has 1, Eddie has 1, and John Pietro has 1. So there's all good players, all excellent players actually. So we've all kind of finished second to Jose a few times. Nobody's been able to knock him down in this tournament, but the goal is to get there. So he was a little short. Now he's shooting, makes a great shot. But my ball hangs around, which is good. If he hit a little less, he would have been probably lying 3. I get fortunate here that he hits it pretty full, but he makes a good point on the back ball. I think I'm going to ask here if that white ball passes behind my black ball. I know I got no shot at making this point, so I'm going to shoot point ball.
Thanks, Matt. Oh, you can't rip it, I promise you.
Do you feel like this tournament, even though you've beaten Jose elsewhere, do you feel like this is your best shot at beating him?
Yeah, so again, I make a good shot there, but Polino kicks out. But I think I'm still going to be my point. Yeah, so ironically, I've played Jose in Toronto, I don't know, sure, let's say, I don't know, 8 times or so. I've never beat him in Toronto. I've beat him once in Windsor. I played him like 3 times in Windsor, which is a neutral court. Well, he plays some leagues there. He used to, at least. I beat him there like 1 out of 3. And at Palazzo, my other 2 wins were at Palazzo. So go figure.
Yeah, at his home court.
Right. But the A-frame game is a little different. I think if we only played A-frames, I would have a higher winning percentage against them. Anybody would. So the more, if you're playing to a certain score, obviously, and points, 12. We used to play a lot of games to 15. When this tournament, when we used to only have 20 players, these games would be to 15, not 12. And one of my wins against Jose is to 15. The one at Windsor when I won the U.S. Plino Lotto. That was held in Canada, ironically. Alfie makes a good point here. I got last ball. Looking back, I probably should have taken a shot here. I was shooting good. I'm lying second and third. I decided to go point.
Why? Why'd you decide to go point?
I couldn't see that ball that great. It's on the left side, so it's not an easy shot for me, being a righty. That ball could kick into the back wall. It can come around to make the point. It's not like I felt like, I don't know, I just felt like I could make it. You can see me kicking the balls there a little bit. I'm kind of disappointed in my decision. So it's 5-3 now, and Alfie's going to go back in the ball zone. He's going to try the other side now. Last time he put a ball pretty good, and I was able to beat it right away. I'm just looking at him like, come on, hurry up.
Yeah, at this point, we are 45 minutes into the game.
All right.
That was Anthony refereeing, right? I'm going to encourage him to watch a replay of his.
It takes a lot of mental patience on his part to, go through that routine with every ball.
All right. So now, when I was talking to John Pierre before, I was kind of telling him to take Rocco out to ref. So he comes in. I think he's going to come in ref now. But turns out Rocco doesn't leave, and now we have 2 refs in the court. So this is almost the same situation as before, where if it's a good ball and I already know my ball's terrible. I walked away already. It's a little long. I got to make a decision here if I'm going to shoot Polino.
Do you like the Paulino shot better with your ball sitting behind Paulino?
I kind of do, but I've already rolled another one. See, my ball's already coming where Alfie would be still back there.
Yeah. Well, that was a quick decision from you, though. What?
A little too quick. Anyways, they roll a good ball. I think it's just outside of Versailles. I think he has to shoot Volo here.
Too quick?
Oh,
Why do you say that?
Because it's in the Volo zone and it's not Versailles. So.
Ah.
And he's played in the Volo zone, so he's playing there to shoot Volo. But actually, the ref's measuring here. Here, I'm never shooting anymore. Now if it was his, I just, try to tap the Polino right 2 or 3. I feel like even though the score is 5-3, I got control of this game. He's going to shoot Volo. He's an excellent Volo shooter.
Trying to remember.
And I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble in this frame.
Oh.
Yeah, so it looks like I'm in big trouble right. So he makes the shot. I got a tough decision again. If he sticks around for 2, I probably am going Polino. He's taking a weird angle at it. He's really putting his own ball in play by shooting at this angle. I don't really agree with that. He's trying to take the Polino out. He's short and he takes his own ball out. I have a decision to put that back. I know if I leave it, he's probably going to shoot Polino, but my ball's behind the Polino. I didn't really hesitate here. I left it good right away. So he has a decision. We have 2 balls each. I got 1 close one. He has 2 balls in the back ball. I think this is where the commentators think he should be rolling.
Definitely weighing the best.
Even though the score's 5-3, I think he feels like might be getting outplayed here.
I like it. Trust yourself, right?
Yeah, aggressive.
Milan likes the Polino.
That's pretty tough to expect to take that Polino clean, though, huh?
It is. I think that's the reason I left it. I think if he does hit it, it's going to go out here. If I put it back, he's going to shoot Volo again. If he hits it, I'm in a bad spot, so I left it. He misses on the right side, which is kind of expected there. The angle he was taking.
The rag tosses are increasing. They're becoming more frequent.
Once you see it, you can't unsee it. So now he's got a big shot. Now I definitely would have shot it straight on. Like you want to knock the Polino into the black ball and knock it out, right, instead of trying to take it clean on an angle. But that's what he decided to do. He misses. I have advantage of putting those 2 balls back. And finally, I broke through. So now I finally scored 4 here by just playing 1 good ball. And we got a 9-3 lead.
So at this point, he's tried the Volo zone. He's tried the backboard. Nothing's really working for him.
Right. So he's played the Volo zone twice. He put a good ball both times, and he hasn't been rewarded. So that's not working for him. The back wall, he did score all 3 points on the back wall. I'm playing on that same spot all the time, which is on the left there on that wall. I'm able to put a good ball in front most of the frames. I usually walk up. You're allowed to walk to the D line. So and I encourage all players that they should be walking to the D line. You have such a better view of the play, see how far the balls are, the lines. He's just going straight Polino here. He can shoot the ball. It's in the raffle zone. He's going Polino. He's basically, I feel like I got him on the ropes now.
Oh.
He just missed it. So he's shot 3 Polinos in a row now. His last 3 shots have been all Polino. He's missed all 3.
And he's got a tough choice now because he can't really just keep, cover up, give up, hope to give up 1 point.
Yeah, he's going Polino.
He kind of has to. Do you think you would do the same thing?
Yeah, at this point, well, I wouldn't have shot Polino the first. I think there was enough room there.
Yeah.
Now he missed again. I put the ball back.
You guys ever watch the movie Tin Cup? No. There's a scene in that movie where he's tied for first place at the U.S. Open. Down a par 3.
What is Milan talking about?
Over the
Movies?
green, sinks it in the water, then does its 5
Tin
more
Cup.
times in a row, loses, but then gets a hole-in-one at the end.
There you go.
I think that's where Alfie's head is
Here we
right
go.
now.
Got it. Third time's a charm.
I believed in him the whole time.
Yeah, you did.
I want him to listen back to it for all you naysayers.
So it looks like they brought a second.
I think Alfie got a lot of fans after this game. Actually, on the way he played, his aggressiveness of shooting Polino, not backing down.
Against Jose, too, yeah.
So I'm going to shoot my short ball here, shooting overhand. Just have to point on the back ball. I got a nice shot here to go in. Again, I'm trying to control my shooter, and you see my shooter's going straight towards the Polino, but I hit it so solid that my ball doesn't run down.
Is there any sort of thought? So in open, you'd line up where if you miss that ball, you can hit the back point ball on the back wall. Of course, that wouldn't be a valid shot in PRV, but is there still any sort of?
Yeah, so I took that angle so that, again, where my shooter is going to go. So I took that angle to the right of that ball so that I would hit the right side and my ball would go to that corner.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't work. Now I'm going to try to point on the back wall again. Alfie missed 2 shots, so he only has 1 ball. In play, he only has 1 ball back.
So you're thinking purely about where the ball you hit's going to go, or where the ball that you throw is going to go.
The ball I hit. It's easier to control where you're.
Well, rather than you're not thinking at all about if you miss, if you're going to hit that point ball.
No.
Like I wonder if you would try and avoid.
An open would be different, obviously.
Right, but I wonder if you would even want to avoid accidentally hitting the point ball if you were to push it closer. But then I guess the other guy probably wouldn't leave it anyways.
Right. Yeah, in this situation, I wasn't too worried about. But yeah, sometimes that does come in play, obviously. So he missed. He hit Polino on his third shot, and he ended up with ball advantage. So there's a big reward in him hitting Polinos on these courts. This ball is perfect if I got by that ball, but I didn't.
Does that go for anybody on these courts? Big advantage to hitting Paulino?
Yeah. It's tough to point on the back wall.
I guess that's kind of true on any court.
We're 87 feet down. I didn't make it, even though it looks like I did. So Alfie ends up with ball advantage. So he only played 1 good ball in this frame, and he's going to score. He's taking a straight line because he's worried to go behind my balls.
There is a true line straight down the middle, but it's very thin. He's urging it to keep going.
It's no good. He scores 1, 4-9. Now it'll be interesting to see if he still sticks with his Volo plan. It hasn't been working. I think he is. I assumed he would be.
2, 3, 4, 5 consecutive Polino shots from Alfie. From the frame before into this one, I believe so.
5?
Miss, hit.
Yes.
He was short. He was trying to play super short Volo zone, but he was.
He's playing
He burned a Polino.
Yeah, it looked short out of his hand.
I'm not really happy where this Polino goes, actually. I want it farther. I want it deeper.
Looks pretty good. Looks really good.
Yeah, great ball.
Plays a great ball.
Burned it. One piece.
Now we're starting with the two referees. I kind of wanted him to come in and take over, but now they both got sticks, trying to speed up the game. People need to get home Sunday night, and we're still got the finals to play. I take a shot here.
Nice shot there.
Good shot by Pat.
I think Alfie's going to hold on to the point, though.
Yeah.
Trying to look for Jose in the background of this video. I haven't seen him
I
yet.
think he's sitting all the way in the back. Actually, I think he's 2 courts over. Him and Hoda are just kind of watching, but not really watching. I hit the ball. Alfie's ball comes back. My ball usually ends up on the back wall when I shoot.
The markings on the court. So, try to do
Isn't a great ball, but it's not a terrible ball. I think you're explaining some of the rules here.
what they're marking on the court or what the lines are on the court. So in PRV, every ball on the court is marked where it is. The reason for this is because essentially you have to call your shot. If you elect to hit a ball, you have to hit the ball you said you were going to hit. If you elect to volo, you have to volo. And if you elect to point and you push a ball more than 70 centimeters, it's called a foul. Your opponent then has the option to burn your ball. And when they do that, everything gets put back to where it was. The more
It's a pretty good ball here. I'm down. He has ball advantage. I'm going to try to beat this point. Got a 9-4 lead. I'm okay giving up one here if I have to. I got a ball in the back wall, so my back wall is protected. I make a great point here. He has a risky shot. I'm not sure if it's Persaya or not.
All three? Looks like all three.
All three, which is a big target. Makes a big difference if you hit.
I like that move with the thumb and 13-centimeter stick. I haven't seen that before.
Oh, you haven't? You come from Italy.
What's that?
I don't know what the other referee is questioning it. No, he's coming into. I think Milan said, "What do you say here?"
Shoot once.
He made a joke.
Is it measure twice, shoot once?
He's moving around. He doesn't know where to stand. There he goes.
What's going through your mind at this point? You just
I think I just
accepted the pace of game at this point.
Yeah, I accepted the pace. Just need to stay focused. Feel like I'm playing pretty good. Just keep it up, and if I can
think-
play like this.
Thinking about your back through this game, or
I think the adrenaline is going, so it's not really bothering me that much.
did it the pain kick in more in the finals? Seemed like it bothered you quite a bit in the finals.
I'm going to blame the finals because I did not play as good in the finals. I pointed well, I shot terrible. So here I think I'm still 100% in this game. In the finals, I shot maybe 30%, maybe less, 20%. I think it was a little problem with satisfaction equals defeat. Sometimes you get satisfied that you got there to second place, and the task of beating Jose 2 games in a row is you're happy you made it there, and you lose focus.
Yeah.
So I think that was the issue there. Was it Alfie capitalizes? This is the second time that he's capitalized with an extra ball where I haven't been, and he's back in the game 6-9. I think this is where I'm telling myself I can't let him back in the game here. I really got to close it out here. Going to go Volo again, I assume, since every time he's played Polino's played Volo.
Does that change your approach at all, your strategy? Are you playing more aggressively now that you're like, all right, that's enough of this?
Yeah, I'm getting a little angry. I think I play better when I'm angry.
Yeah.
But
why do you think that is?
I've always have. I always have played better when I've been angry.
Do you play poker better when you're angry?
I think so.
Really?
I do think so. Not when I'm on tilt though. Tilt
right, I was gonna say.
But if you're aggressive and you want it, it always helps. There's a little rag toss there. So yeah, you play the Volo zone, you play a ball like this, like you've lost complete advantage of the frame.
You've played Phil Hellmuth before, right?
I have, yeah. Oh yeah, that's nice.
It's got to be easier to compete against somebody like that when he's on tilt, right? When he's angry.
Oh yeah. So there was I can't find the ESPN clip anymore, but there was an ESPN clip with me and Hellmuth. It was a big tournament, 50K buy-in, Players Championship, and he was trying to get me say something to me, and I said something back to him, and he just didn't reply. And then the announcer says, "Oh, Pezzin got Hellmuth to shut up." That's rare. I wish I saved that clip. Can't find it.
Man, I wonder if we could. What tournament was that? Do you know?
It was a World Series Poker Players Championship. What year it was? I'm going to go like 2008, 2009. So anyways, he hits I went Bersaglio, or he shot Polino, I can't remember. Yeah, it's Bersaglio. So he plays a bad ball. I go Bersaglio. He shoots Polino. Ricochets back out. Replay the frame.
That's the best thing that could have happened for him. Well, besides Polino going clean.
Yeah, he had Polino clean though. You can try the other side. He's trying to find a spot where he can play good, and I'm going to miss a spot.
He beat you over on the right side between the B and C line, I think, right? Earlier in the game when he scored his first 2 points.
Right, but he's continuing with his Volo zone, which he hasn't scored yet.
Yeah. We saw this.
So again,
it reminds me of when Val played Courtney singles, and she kept going in the Volo zone and wasn't. Every time she got Polino, she'd go in the Volo zone, but never once, I don't think, scored in the Volo zone. But also she was being instructed not to Volo, is what I was told.
Val's improved her game tremendously over time. But one of the things that while I was coaching her or she's playing with me was her Polino placements. Like, I'm not sure if she's playing Polino in the Volo zone because she wanted to or just because that's where it ends up. And she's improved that so much better, and her results have improved too. So again, here Alfie stood on the right hand side. His ball's going to fall. I'm going to cut the court, play against the break, and you can see my ball basically just go straight. So it's just that it's not that he couldn't make the point from where he was. It's just that it's easier to fall off when you're playing on top of a hill, basically. Like, you know, your ball can roll down the hill. So, like, if I'm teaching pointers, I like to tell them to cut the court across the break, and you can play straighter towards the plano.
These courts don't have, a lot of courts have like a spine in the middle of the court where you kind of break one way or the other. If you don't, sometimes it's
Right.
harder to, if you're going cross court.
None of these ones do. Yeah, none of these ones do.
They don't. Interesting.
Yeah.
Good to know. I'm logging all this information for March.
I know. I think I'm getting shit from some of my 777. What did you do? It's all good. Anyways, he hits it, knocks Plino down. His ball doesn't go down. So now Plino's on the back wall again. I think he's going to shoot his raffle ball here, which is the right call. Bring 2 balls down. So all his volo play so far, he only shot 1 ball volo and he hit his own. So it hasn't really worked out.
Look at that. Oh, it almost went to the only spot that it could.
He's complaining that his ball's not running down. Same thing happened to me earlier. So these courts here, your ball, if kind of like Lorenzino's, if you hit even if you're shooting top spin, if you hit the ball solid, sometimes it just doesn't go down, even though these courts are super slick.
Why? What would that have to do with the court?
You would think that if courts run fast, that the ball would, even if it's with top spin, it would make it to the back, but it doesn't. If you hit it
Right.
solid.
What about the court would make it not go down?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So I've been so as much as I've been pointing good this game, I've been struggling pointing on the back wall. I'm short here again. And nothing to shoot. I could shoot the ball I just played now. But I also got feel, and I just need to, pass that ball by a foot and I make point. He only has 1 ball left. I got 2. If I miss that ball, I make it. I think it. Same thing happened to me earlier. I got 1 more ball. I got great feel now, but I'm debating shooting something now. Getting frustrated.
Is off to on the screen to the left. 4 is the one more centered on
The
Polino.
one he just pointed in last.
Ball there. I feel I can get a lot of balls moving. I hit it pretty good. Lino moves, and I'm line 2, I believe. Lino didn't move, I would have been line 4, but I got 2 better ones now.
Seems like in this spot, Alfie could give you more points by shooting.
Yeah, I need 3 to win the game here. He's looking.
I don't even see how he could hit this and end up with the point unless he hits it pretty solid.
I don't mind him shooting this white ball that's just in front of him there.
Yeah, on the right.
Yeah, he can bring 1 or 2 of his balls towards Polino and push it towards the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And he can't lose the game by shooting that one. I think he's shooting his ball in the corner. I think is that what he called? I believe so. Harder shot for a righty along the left fence. He likes to stick his arm out. You see that it's touching the fence when he does.
Mm-hmm.
And he missed a shot. Throws a rag. Two for me.
This shot looked like it almost burned on the wall too.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Ross called it or not. 11-6. We're almost there.
I think it was like 6:15.
Over the Polino again. So talking about Polino placement, it's important.
11-6. Pat only needs one more. We all came to Canada to see a first-time Jose Bato Pat Pezzin final. Boto, sorry.
Can't make that.
It's just my Chicago accent. It's not to be insulting ever.
Another Versailles. Polino's probably going to end up in the back wall again. Alfie shot a lot of balls this game.
This is after playing for what, 2 days too?
Yeah, this is our third day. He's in great shape for his age. Well, he's in great shape. Used to be a black belt, I think.
Really?
I believe so.
And what?
I'm not sure. So you can ask him when you show up.
He'll be there
But,
in March, right?
Yeah, he'll be there. He's lined up. He's playing the PM bracket.
Any new notable new players?
Well, the two guys from Malta are coming, like I mentioned.
Oh, right.
Yeah. You have your dad playing for the first time?
Yep. Any first-time PRV players that you could think of?
Lisa and Adelia from here are playing, two females that started playing last year. They're going to be playing our tournament as well. I think we have 7 or 8 females in the lineup of 52 players.
Nice.
So that's great.
Yeah.
We got, I think, 10 players from Chicago coming.
Nice. That's great. Like a 50-50 split, Canadian-American plus the two Maltese.
Yeah. Maltese, yes. They're both playing in the PM bracket.
Has that been selected already? Who's in what bracket?
Yeah, so we gave the players an option, and yeah, the brackets are done. Well, the draw's not done, but the brackets are. I don't think we've posted it yet. I think we will shortly. Probably wait till after the best of the best.
Yeah.
We'll leave that spotlight on them for now.
Yeah.
Run tournament there too. 100 players.
Oh yeah. Bringing a lot of. You said 6 from Toronto down there.
6 from Toronto. Alfie missed here. He's pretty good at these Mandina shots.
Look at this. You got them both.
You got them both. Bring them towards Polino. Excellent shot.
Yeah, with the game on the line.
Yeah. So he's got line 2. He's got 1 ball left. I got 2 balls left.
Now, why? You got to shoot something here, right?
Yeah, I feel like I'm shooting second point. I have 2 timeouts. I already used 1, so I'm going to take advantage of my second, even though it's wasting time. I just want to see where everything is, where the Polino is. I've seen enough. I'm going to shoot second point.
What do you think? Left side is second point?
Left side is second point. Yeah, or even Yeah, left side, second point, yes.
It looks
So
like if you were to shoot the right side, first of all, your ball is going to go
my
somewhere.
ball's going to kick out right.
Yeah, and it looks like
So I'm trying to the left side.
Paulino might move if you hit the right side.
This is a long. These are not my favorite shots for sure. I've been shooting good on the back. I did hit the right side.
Paulino did move.
My ball kicks all the way out. Polino goes in the corner. So yeah, so I didn't hit where I was aiming and didn't get rewarded because it was a bad shot. Well, I hit it. I hit the wrong side. This is where a lot of people say, they're unlucky or bad luck or whatever, but if you hit the right side of the ball that you're aiming at, I would say you're usually rewarded.
Yeah, I think, yes. You hear that a lot. Oh, I got unlucky. It's like, no, you missed.
You hit the wrong side, right? You didn't hit the right side of the ball or
you shot it too hard or.
Right.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
So here I'm going to shoot a short one. And I missed. I think that was my first miss of the game.
Yeah, I can't think of one.
So all of a sudden, he's line 2. He has another ball, lots of room. He can score 3 here and go 11-9 in a game where I feel like I've dominated. But he's made a lot of Polino shots.
It really has been the equalizer, hasn't it?
They're feeling good.
Yes.
It was probably too aggressive a play, up 11-6 to shoot that ball. I could have played like he just played there, and he would either make 1 or 2. Control the game, not put him in striking range of the. Now he can win. He can score 3 and go out as well.
Why do you think you made that aggressive decision? Frustration?
I think because I was hitting everything, I made that call. I think if I'm shooting my normal average of 70%, I probably don't shoot that ball.
Yeah.
So I think it was a bad decision. If I hit it, do I say it's a bad decision? I feel like I'm objective enough to analyze my game, hit or miss if it was the right call, but sometimes I don't like when people say, "Oh, you should have did this," when after the fact, So.
So in the moment here, are you thinking that you regretting
I'm
the
thinking
decision immediately?
I got to end this game. I hope he puts another bad first ball.
Yeah.
He hasn't been putting enough good first balls, which has basically been allowing me to play my game. And here, so now he finally took my line to cross court, but it's just not a good ball in the volo zone.
It was nice. They hosted 2 tournaments in 2 days. 996.
I remember I really felt like I had good feel in the volo zone in this game. I'm a little long there, but I know what's coming. He's going to be shooting Polino here for sure.
What time it is,
Alina
folks?
time.
Boom, 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 boom.
It's Alfie time. Time for him to show who's the real Alfie. The Alfie Wolf.
Got it.
Alfie.
He hits Polino, but it doesn't go down. I'm ecstatic when I see it. I got ball advantage now. Polino's where I like it.
That looked like, I mean, I'm sure he hit. That was very close to the hit. Of course, Paulino's in front.
Polino's in
It
front,
almost,
so he must have.
in the moment,
Yeah.
looked like he hit the ball first. Which, of course, wouldn't really be possible.
All right, so here I'm like, okay, I got advantage. Cover this Polino, put the ball in front of the Polino. I lost it low, but it's still a respectable ball, but not that great. But I don't mind him pointing. He hasn't been pointing that well. So not that I try to put it far, but I don't mind the result. If it's a decent ball, maybe 60 centimeters, just over 2 feet, but it's forcing him to point the spot that he hasn't pointed well in.
It's a teaser.
Teaser. Slippery over there. He had the right line, but he just lost it long.
Yeah, it's way gone.
So now he's got one ball, I got two. You feel like he's going to shoot Polino. I do have a ball in the back wall.
I think he has to, right?
Oh, he's got a point.
Oh,
Threw us all for a loop.
now? Now?
Yeah. Threw us for a loop.
All right. Save the game.
So he had the right line on the first one. This looks like a right line again.
Pat's got two
Two
back.
balls to shoot.
Shoots it out.
Pretty good. It's a foot.
Now you got 2 shots per game.
I got 2 shots per game. I kind of wanted the point, to tell you the truth. I didn't want, because that ball's before the Polino.
Yeah.
I didn't want to half the ball on the Polino go down, him lying maybe 2, potentially 3, and having the game on the ground. I feel like I can make this point, but I decided to shoot anyways. I'm going to lift it. So I got it, but you can see that it's starting to kick back. That's it. I win the game. Long one. I don't know if it was 90 minutes or something like that.
That would have been rough. That came back in from the point, huh? Yeah, well, you would have had another ball. Probably wouldn't have been able to beat it. But
Great tournament by Alfie. He played great all weekend.
yeah, the game against Jose was the most complete. What's the way to say it? Most best.
What do you think, Mike?
Jeff O'Hare scored 8 on him, 2. That was just on 2 separate Paulino shots where he got 4 points. But Alfie was actually like toe-to-toe winning. He won a handful of frames. I think he might have scored 10.
Audio's breaking up, but can hear if you're asking me a question. I didn't hear it.
The audio's breaking up. Well, it's a good time for it to break up because we're already done. But can you not understand me right now, Pat?
Sorry, if you're asking me, I'm not sure.
That's all right. That's all right. I'll wrap it up. It's our connection must be struggling here. So thank you, Pat. Sorry that you're not able to put our audios. I don't know what's going on right now, but we're finished anyway. So this has been the first game of the week live. We will more. This is a bit of an experiment, so we appreciate that being our guinea pig. And yeah, we'll do some more. Unfortunately, looks like we lost the audio somewhere in translation here. I don't know if it's, I don't know. Who knows? There's a million different ways we could have lost the audio. But that's it. So, Game of the Week Live. Thank you to our Patreon members. Patreon.com/Bocce for more info on that. We're going to continue to add more special perks for our Patreon for our paid members. And we appreciate your support of VBN. Pat, can you still not hear me?
No, I can't. It's breaking up, but I don't know if you can hear me fine, but thanks for having me. Thanks for going through that game. I enjoyed it. And looking forward to the tournament in a few months.
Second. All right. Is it better now? Can you hear me better now? No? Okay. I surrender. Thanks, Pat. I'll text you. Thank you for watching. Thanks for being...
I can't
can you hear me
you,
now?
but...
Okay, that's fine. We'll stop trying. Yeah, thank you everybody for watching. I would say what our next live broadcast is going to be, but I don't know when I'm going to upload this to YouTube. And, yeah. Patreon.com/Bocce for more information. Please click the thumbs up button, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you.